What do you say about the money, honey? If you have it.
I wish I did. Your grandma, she really helped me out a long time ago. I had these two defective boobs. They were just leaking silicone all the way down to my knees. It was awful.
It was not pretty.
And Elle here, she really came through. And now you need me, and I'm broke.
Oh, well, you look great.
Hey, you want a tattoo? Now that I can do. You want a tattoo, darling?
Oh, no, thank you. We should probably
How
get
long
going.
would it take? A little one.
Oh, not long, honey. 15 minutes tops. You know I'm a quick draw.
What?
I need to collect my thoughts, I'll tell you. We need to re-strategize.
And that, of course, is Lily Tomlin, starring in Grandma. And Lily joins us on the program. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
How
Simon.
are you?
I'm fine.
Are you good?
I'm just dandy.
So tell us about Grandma. Tell us about this extraordinary woman, Elle Reid, that that you're playing. She's quite a character.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think she was that much of a character when I read the script. I liked the script very much. I loved it, and Paul got wonderful actors to play all the parts. Marcia Gay Harden, Sam Elliott, John Cho, Judy Greer, Laverne Cox, and my wonderful little granddaughter, Julia Garner.
She's great, yeah.
And so I just felt very great about it. And I thought, this is a woman, she's irascible and kind of bombastic and carries on and sort of fed up with the injustice that she has lived through many decades with and still rails against. And she's got a short temper. And but ultimately she's pretty giving,
Yeah.
loving.
So, I mean, as to what that initial reaction that you were talking about, is our reaction to the character stronger than yours was? When you saw the script, you
Yes,
said, well, I just
yes.
thought she was quite interesting. But to us, with the title Grandma, people are going to need to check very carefully what it's about, because this isn't some kind of sweet little old lady who's just looking forward to doting on her grandchild.
No, and most people aren't. Most people who are nowadays, women who are grandparents, they're fairly youthful in their 70s and so on.
It's the new middle age, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's at least the new 60,
Okay.
probably the new 50.
So, in a way, this movie's like a road trip movie. Just explain the ideas. Right at the very beginning, your granddaughter.
I'm breaking up with. I've had a long partnership with a woman for 38 years. She's died of a fairly long illness. And my girlfriend of 3 or 4 months is sort of breaking up with me at this point because she says I basically don't give her what she needs. I don't say I love you or anything. And
that's true, you don't.
I don't. I love being in love with her a little bit, but, it's a long time and that I've been with the other person. So I just reject her out of hand. And then the next thing I know, my granddaughter beats on my door, and she's shown up telling me that she's pregnant and needs an abortion and has an appointment that afternoon. And so I don't have any money because I paid off all of my girlfriend's, Violet's, medical bills. So, and I've cut up my credit card, so I don't even have a credit card. I've made a mobile out of them. And so we set off on a road journey in my 55 Dodge Royal Lancer, and which was Violet's car, and in search of $600 to pay for the abortion. And we meet a lot of different people. I'm an academic, so as Elle says herself, they're stingy. Academics are somewhat stingy because they don't make that much money. So, and I don't cultivate my friendships too well. And I probably have offended all of them, and they've all backed off. And
You are quite difficult,
yes, I can be difficult.
Yeah, in the coffee shop, for example, you're out of order. You start pouring your coffee.
Well, I'm out of order because he's out of order. He wants me to leave because I'm talking about that this used to be an abortion clinic, a free abortion clinic that Violet had worked at, volunteered at maybe 10 years before. And so I'm sort of puzzling over how this coffee shop could have taken over this abortion clinic. And John Cho, who plays the coffee shop manager, he's so great. He leans down on his thighs like that's so great. I mean, it just makes me laugh when he did it. And so I I act up and I pour coffee all over his floor. I say, "This drip coffee drips. Look at all coffee drips. You know, you don't have to charge $4.50 a cup for dripping coffee."
No. But anyway, so we're beginning to work out the kind of character that you are. And you mentioned the abortion clinic there because that's why you've ended up in this coffee house. When you read the script the first time,
Yes.
and it's about a gay poet who's off on a road trip with her granddaughter to try and find money for an abortion. That's not a standard kind of Hollywood movie. Did you think, we might have some
Flashback.
we might have some trouble about this, or we might get some grief about this, or would that not be right?
I didn't think we would get that in much blowback from it. Although I think depends on where you are, where you're publicizing it and so on. I've had no such blowback in all the major markets that I've been in, mostly in L.A. and now in London, and stuff by phone.
But it's an unusual
It
plot.
is, and my own family, who are Southerners in Kentucky, a generation that's very tolerant of me and likes me, and has followed my career and comes from all over the place, meets me in every city that I perform in, and they really love me. And but I think they wrote me and told me they were going to go see Grandma, and they were all excited, and then they didn't write me after they saw it because I think the abortion thing was hard for them.
And you only have to listen to the news to know that on a regular basis, this is still, particularly in America,
That's right.
It's still a very difficult issue, to put it mildly.
Yes, and we had the one thing we cut out of the movie just because it slowed it down, I think. But I had what I think almost every point of view is massaged and conveyed in some some respect or not. Like Sam has his whole attitude, and he's a wonderful actor. We have a wonderful scene, and when I go to his house to get his money from him.
You're carrying a movie. Pretty much, this is your movie.
Well, I'm in every frame practically,
and it was written for you.
Yes,
which is
written with me in mind.
Yes, is there a difference?
Yeah, I think a director would be cautious to say he'd written something for you because then, it's okay to say I wrote it with you in mind.
Okay, this is Paul White. So he says to you, "Here's a movie which I've written with you in mind," and here you're reading about Elle, who is a cantankerous, which is a great word anyway.
Yeah.
Woman. So did you think, yes, there is some of me in this, or did you think this isn't going to be a tough act, or did you think this is going to?
No, I like to be able to speak. I think the character is somewhat me. I would mouth off or
yes,
act up a bit, not as easily or as quickly as Elle.
Is it quite enjoyable to have such a fantastic character, to be able to shout and yell and throw coffee, and in one wonderful scene where you actually physically attack your granddaughter's loser boyfriend? In fact, you call him a sorry ass loser. Which you must have had
he's
great
exhibited
fun.
himself as that.
Yeah, he's very offensive. He's very
offensive, right?
But I wonder how many parents and grandparents have wanted to. Talk to children and grandchildren's boyfriends in exactly the way that you managed to do in this movie.
I imagine they do, quite a few. Not to neglect the point that I make with my granddaughter is that you've thought about this because it's something that you will think about at some point every day of the rest of your life. And even later when she seems to be I say, are you having second thoughts? But then if that's her choice, I'm going to support her in gaining that.
Where are we?
But you started to say something.
No, I was just wondering, Lily, where we are on that. Just we've got a couple of minutes left. Whether Hollywood is actually embracing a broader range of characters and stories now than it ever used to. We had Kate Blanchett on the show just very recently talking about Carol, which is a wonderful film, Oscar nominated. They're talking about you being Oscar nominated for this movie. You both play gay women. Is this?
Oh yes, I think.
Is this a significant moment, or is it?
Yeah, I think it just reflects the culture. It reflects that the culture is embracing more issues that were absolutely taboo or even produced against. They would make speaking of gay characters, they would make a gay character the butt of a joke or just easily dismissed in years past. No, I think they try to reflect the culture as much as they're able. they don't portray characters so much like that in huge blockbusters that are, determined to gain a broadly based audience. But yes, they even did Still Alice last year.
Yes.
A character who had Alzheimer's.
So you think this is progress? Is there progress on equal pay as well? Because I'm just taking in all the issues that are going to that are very much part of an ongoing debate which we have on the program. Anyway, there's a petition for pay parity for you and Jane Fonda. Do you feel as though at last things are moving?
Yeah, but change comes very slowly. I mean, in the 70s when we would protest for equal pay, I mean, I think I won't be able to quote it exactly, but women were making something like 59 cents on the dollar, the male dollar. And now they're making about 72 cents or something like that. Even Jennifer Lawrence wrote a letter protesting the fact that she woke up one day to realize she's not paid as much as her male counterparts.
I think that's
Again,
changed.
this is the industry reflecting the culture.
Are you a little bit excited about the Oscar talk?
I was that we came out in August, and that's a long way from the Oscars. So,
But it's not so far now, and you were nominated in '75, and
that was my first movie, Nashville.
It's about time you
Yeah, this is
actually-
probably going to be my last movie, so I probably
Why?
should get it in the end.
Why would it be your last movie?
Oh, it seems possible.
Does it?
Not necessarily, but it's possible.
It's possible. Okay. Well, it would be a great place to finish if indeed that's what you do, which hopefully you won't. Lily Tomlin, a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Simon. I enjoyed you.